Okay, I think this is pretty traditional for a calculus teacher to do, and that's using the definition to get this one over here. Fairly easy to write down. However, after a lot of people write that down, they get stuck in what they have to do. But here's the deal. I do know the outcome of this. Someone told me the outcome of that. What's the outcome going to be? Well, it's going to be equal to, let me write this down. There's a variety of ways of writing it down. But I'm going to say f prime times g of x, and then going to be plus f of x times g prime. Now, granted, it's commutative in all respects, by the way. You can commute the terms around, and you can commute the factors of the terms around. But here's the deal. I'm looking for those things. So someone, what do you mean you're looking for? I'm looking for f of x plus h minus f of x over h. I'm certainly looking for that. What else am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for, g of x plus h, plus, sorry, plus, what am I saying? Let me get my pen back out. So f of x and g prime, what am I looking for? G of x plus h minus g of x over h. I don't see them. So what I do is I start to insert something. So what I inserted was this over here. So that's minus f of x times g of x plus h. But if I insert that, it's subtracting it, I have to reinsert it because this thing here cannot add to the problem. This has got to be 0, by the way. All right? And then what I did was over here, and let me get my eraser out. Again, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those things. I kind of make an association. And the association I make is I look at, these two terms over here. And I look at those things and I'm kind of pulling them together, but I factor out something from it. What do I factor out? G of x plus h. And what am I left off with there? Well, f of x plus h minus f of x. I definitely see that now. And then over here I see this. And what would I factor out over there? F of x. And what would it be left off with? G of x plus h minus g of x. All right? Then what I do, I split into two separate limit problems. The limit of the first, I see this over here now, times this. The limit of the second, the f of x times that over there. So I recognize these guys for what I want. The first one's f prime times g of x, because as h goes to 0, g of x plus h goes to g of x. And the second one is going to be f of x, and that's the definition of the derivative of g of x. It worked out beautifully. Thank you.